Welcome students in the lecture of Basic Idea of Electricity for the Beginners. In this lecture, we are going to deal with some basic terms in electricity. We will discuss definitions, unit, formulae, and we will be solving some numericals. The most basic idea, the basic term, the basic physical quantity in electricity is perhaps electric charge. The symbol of electric charge is Q. What is the definition of electric charge? The answer is very simple. Electric charge is an indefinable term. We cannot simply define it. As a point is an indefinable term in geometry, in the same way electric charge is indefinable term. But if you want to answer, then you can say electric charge is something that resides upon a proton or upon an electron. That is the closest you can go to, that is the closest you can go in defining, in describing electric charge. The second question is, which is the smallest possible charge that exists in nature? The best answer is the charge present on one electron or charge present on one proton is perhaps the smallest charge that exists in nature. Suppose we choose the name corona for the magnitude, for the value of charge present upon one proton or upon one electron. Just suppose, just imagine. We have become scientists. We have given the unit of electric charge, and it is corona. When you say that 5 corona charge is flowing through the wire, it means that 5 electrons are flowing through the wire. Isn't it very wonderful? Yes, indeed. But let me tell you, the charge, the magnitude of the charge present on one electron is so small that it is extremely insignificant. It is extremely incompetent to use in practice. So we needed a bigger unit of electric charge. Once again, charge present, magnitude of the charge present on one electron is so small, that means corona is so small charge that it is extremely insignificant to use in practice. As for example, if you phone the manager of electric powerhouse in your town, asking him to send 5 corona charge to your house, then he will laugh aloud and will put the phone shouting stupid, because 5 corona charge is so small that nothing can be done with the help of this charge. So we needed a bigger unit of electric charge, and that bigger unit is Coulomb. Its symbol is C. Now the question is, what is the definition of Coulomb? Of course, you do not have to remember it, but scientists had formed the definition of Coulomb. Let us understand the definition of Coulomb in a simplest way. We have to make a thought experiment in defining Coulomb. Suppose in a vacuum we put 2 points at a distance of 1 meter. This is the way, just to understand the meaning of the definition of 1 Coulomb charge. Suppose we select 2 points separated by 1 meter in vacuum. Now put 1 electron here and 1 electron here. For some reason, scientists have chosen this value. What is it? 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. Now we have put 1 electron here and 1 electron here. That means we have put 2 like charges in vacuum at a distance of 1 meter. My question is, what will happen between them? The answer is very simple. They will be repelling each other because they are like charges. My next question, will the force of repulsion between them be matching this value? Your common sense will say, of course not. Since the charge present on one electron here and here is so small that repulsion cannot match this huge number. So keep one more electron here and one more electron here. So there will be 2 electrons here and 2 electrons here. The force of repulsion between them will increase, but surely it will not be matching this gigantic value. So keep on putting one electron here, one electron here. Keep on putting electron here and here till the repulsion between this and this become 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. Can you tell me how many electrons are required here as well as here to make a force of repulsion to be 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton? The answer is, it's a big value. 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons are required here as well as here to have the repulsion between them to be 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. Now you can say the charge, the magnitude of the charge present here or here is 1 coulomb. So what do you mean by 1 coulomb charge? This was the definition given in old textbook. You do not have to remember it, but nothing is wrong if you can remember it. If you remember it, the construction is if, then. So let us make the definition of 1 coulomb charge. If 2 like point charges of equal magnitude are kept in vacuum at a distance of 1 meter, and if they repel each other with a force of 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton, then each charge here as well as here, each charge here as well as here is called 1 coulomb charge. So this was the definition given long back in some of the old books. In the recent syllabus they have not given any definition of coulomb. Last time, if 2 like point charges of equal magnitudes are kept in vacuum at a distance of 1 meter, and if they repel each other with a force of 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton, then, otherwise not, then each charge here as well as here is said to be 1 coulomb charge. Thus, now we know the definition of coulomb. Although electric charge is indefinable term, we can very well define the unit of electric charge, that is coulomb. It's a bigger unit. Just now you have studied that 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons together constitute charge equal to 1 coulomb. Just now you have studied that to make the charge of 1 coulomb here as well as here, we need 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. It's a big number. It means that if someone says 1 coulomb charge is flowing through the wire, it means that these many electrons together are marching in that particular wire. Once again, if 1 coulomb charge is flowing through a wire across the terminals of the wire, then it can mean that these many electrons, 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons, are flowing through that particular wire. Now, one more definition, in fact, two more definitions in quick succession. Potential difference and electric current. V is the symbol for potential difference, I is the symbol for electric current. The unit of potential difference is volt, the unit of electric current is ampere. These are the symbols. The formula for potential difference is work upon charge, and for electric current, charge upon time. Just to remember, first work and then charge, then take your charge time to time. That is the way you can remember the formula for potential difference and electric current. Once again, work and then take charge. Don't take charge first. First work and then take your charge, and then take your charge regularly time to time. So this is the way you can remember the formulae for potential difference and electric current. Now, what is potential difference? Remember, four important sentences to understand the meaning of potential difference. We will be framing the definition of potential difference with the help of formula. But before that, you must listen to four sentences to understand the meaning of potential difference. Please listen them very carefully. Four sentences, listen them very carefully in order to understand the meaning of potential difference. Water can flow from one point to another when there is level difference, isn't it? Here, level means level. One more sentence. Air can blow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here, level, the term level means atmospheric pressure. One more sentence. Heat can flow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here, level means temperature. Thus, temperature is the level of hotness or coldness. and a difference in temperature can only make heat to flow from one point to another. Similarly, electric current can flow from one point to another when there is level difference, and here the term level means potential. So potential is a kind of electrical level, and difference in potential can only make electric current to flow, to move from one place to another. Once again, water can flow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here level means level. Air can blow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here in this particular sentence, level means atmospheric pressure. Heat can flow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here level means temperature. Similarly, electric current can flow from one point to another when there is level difference. Here level means potential. Thus potential is a kind of electrical level, and difference in potential, that means potential difference, can only make electric current to flow from one point to another. Now when electric charge flows from one point to another, then some work will be done. So please remember, using work and charge, we can define potential difference. Look at this formula once again. Potential difference is equal to work upon charge. So let us make the definition of potential difference. Potential difference is nothing but the difference in electrical level that we have already studied. In fact, we want to define now the unit of potential difference, and it is volt. Now in order to make the definition of volt, let us make use of the formula potential difference equal to work upon charge. The unit of potential difference is volt, the unit of work is joule, and the unit of charge is coulomb. Let us put 1, 1, 1 here and get the definition of volt. Define volt. Volt is the SI unit of potential difference. Following is its definition. Once again, use if then in defining volt. If a charge of 1 coulomb flows from one point to the other, and if 1 joule of work is done, then the potential difference between those 2 points is 1 volt. So this is the way we can define volt. Once again, see the construction. If a 1 coulomb charge flows from one point to the other, and if 1 joule of work is done, then potential difference between these 2 points is precisely 1 volt. Let us define the unit of electric current. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. Capital A is the symbol. The formula for electric current is charge upon time. So once again, we will be making use of formula in order to define ampere. Let us define electric current first, and then we will be defining its SI unit, ampere. What is electric current? See the definition of electric current. It has time in the denominator. Whenever time is in the denominator in a formula, then we can begin the definition with the term rate. Once again, when we have time in the denominator, then we can begin the definition with rate. See here, earlier you had studied that acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Velocity is equal to displacement upon time. All these formulae have time in the denominator. So we can begin all these definitions with the term, with the word rate. Rate of change in velocity is called acceleration. Rate at which distance is covered is called speed. Rate at which displacement takes place is called velocity. Once again, rate of change in velocity is called acceleration. Rate at which distance is covered is called speed. Rate at which displacement takes place is called velocity. Similarly, we can define electric current by beginning with rate. Rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current. Once again, since time is in the denominator, we can define electric current as this: rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current. Now let us define the unit, the SI unit of electric current. It is ampere. Once again, we will be making use of formula. Ampere, coulomb is the unit of charge, second is the unit of time. Put 1, 1, 1. And once again, use this particular construction in defining ampere. We will not be needing 2 if this time. So let us make the definition of ampere. If charge of 1 coulomb flows from terminals of a wire, once again, if charge of 1 coulomb flows across the terminals of a wire in 1 second, then the current in that particular wire is 1 ampere. Instead of wire, we use the word conductor. So once again, if a charge of 1 coulomb flows across any cross section of the wire, any cross section of the conductor in 1 second, then current in that particular conductor is 1 ampere. So this is the definition of ampere. Last time, if charge of 1 coulomb flows across any cross section of a conductor of a wire in 1 second, then current, electric current in the wire is 1 ampere. In the simple language, when 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons together, it's a large number. When these many electrons together flow between the terminals of a conductor, and if this happens in 1 second, then the current generated in the conductor is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere current is certainly noticeable current, because a large number of electrons are flowing, and they are flowing just in 1 second across the terminals of the wire. In our next lecture, we will be studying few more physical quantities, their units. Thank you very much. Till then, goodbye.